y'all! So one of the things that I get asked the most from my friends is how to do messy hairstyles. Which I guess I'm going to take as a compliment because that means that they think that I am intending for my hair to be as messy as it is. It is always messy. So I'm just going to share with you 5 hairstyles that are messy that I do when I am running the latest. So starting off, I like the way that my hair does the best when it is about on day 2 of me not washing it. This is day 3 no wash hair. I'll probably wash it tonight or in the morning. But I love this dry shampoo. Is my very best friend. So dry shampoo, and all that you're going to need for these hairstyles is whatever kind of brush you like to use, a teasing comb, and then I have some of these clear elastics, bobby pins, and then rubber bands. And then I don't use spray in any of these, but at the end of every hairstyle when I'm doing it in real life, I always use hairspray at the end to just set everything in place. And then you can also add it to the back for a little bit more volume. But like I said, for this video, I did not spray anything so that I could show you the next hairstyle. So I hope that...
Okay, y'all, so I had some technical issues. I originally filmed this as like a talk-through video, but the sound quality didn't turn out so great. So I'm voicing it over, and I'm sorry that my face on screen isn't going to match what you're hearing, but hopefully this quality is a lot better for you. So I start off all of these 5 hairstyles by just brushing through my hair and then adding in my favorite dry shampoo and getting rid of the residue. The first hairstyle that I'm going to show y'all is a messy bun. Super easy, super quick. So I start off, I just pull all my hair onto the top of my head, I twist it like I'm gonna make a bun, and then I like to only do my rubber band twice when I do this, and then I just go to town pulling at it, twisting it, picking it, and just kind of getting it into like a shape that I like. After that, what I do is all those loose pieces that fell out, the little wispies, I pull the back of the rubber band out, and then I tuck all of those wispies back in. And I kind of like what this does to the bun because it gives it just a little bit more texture, and then it also just makes it look even more messy. So I get all my wispies tucked in, and then I hate it when my bun is like floppy on my head, so I like to get some bobby pins in there. So again, I twist it, I pick at it, I pull at it, and once I like how it is, I like to make sure that I stick 1 bobby pin in the back, 1 in the front, and then just wherever else I need to, but I like to get at least 2 in it to just secure it to my head. But there's literally no rhyme or reason to this. I just pull and twist and go for it, and then I pin it once I kind of like it. The last step that I do to just finish it off is I pull at my crown and on the sides of my head so that it's not so slick to my head, and then I pull out some pieces on the sides of my ears, and then I pull out my little wispies in the back. And here I'm probably telling you that I wear my hair like this probably 3 times a week. Okay, so this one I call a low wrap bun. You'll see why at the end, but I feel like it's kind of more of like a messy updo. Like I would wear my hair like out to, you know, a fancy dinner or something like this. I have before. So I start by teasing my hair, and then I use my smaller comb to tame out the rat's nest. Then I go in like I'm going to pull it into a low ponytail, and I normally wrap the rubber band around my ponytail 3 times, so I do it once, twice, and then on the 3rd time I only do it about halfway. And then I naturally mess this up. And then I take that excess that's sticking out there, that little tail, and I wrap it around the rubber band, and then just like I did in the messy bun, I pull out the rubber band and tuck it in. And then from there, I just pick at it, and I like to go in and pull the wrap a little bit and kind of make sure that it's noticeable because it adds like another little layer to the bun, if you can see that. And then I go in and pull on the crown of my head to give a little bit more volume. I pull out some pieces on the sides of my ears. And then on this one, I really like to pull back that closest to my nose strand of bangs. I like to pull it back and pin it. And then you can see the back of it there. So that is the low wrap bun. The next one is a side fishtail braid. If you know how to fishtail, then I would say that's awesome. Just put it on the side of your head for something different and fun. And if you don't know how to fishtail, I'm going to try to explain it to you as best I can. So you're going to split your hair into 2 sections, a front section and a back section, and you're always going to work with a small strand of hair that is the furthest on the outside. So So I start with a small strand on the furthest outside of that back strand. I cross it over into my front section. Then you can see I grabbed this section that was furthest closest to my nose, and I crossed it over into the middle of the back section. So you're taking, like I said, the furthest small section of hair on the outside of each strand and crossing it over into the middle. You're just doing that all the way down. And then I like to secure a fishtail braid with a clear elastic, just because they're a little bit smaller, and also they're not quite as noticeable, so it makes your braid look a little bit longer. And then I go in and pin my hair here. I pull on the crown of my head if I want to mess it up a little bit more. And what I'm telling you there is that it's best to use the squiggly side of the bobby pin closest to your head. So the flat side is what people should see. That's going to help it stay the longest and be the most secure. And also lots of times I'll put them in an X, and that also makes it really secure. So I'm just pinning, making sure that my layers aren't going to fall out. And then I go in and pull at the actual braid, and I'm pulling, the little elastic is moving down, but I just like for it to be not so tight. Okay, so this hairstyle is a side French braid into a bun. I like to do, I think it's called a Dutch front braid, where you do the little stitches underneath for this one. And so I get about 2 stitches going underneath. And then for me, this particular style, I only like to pull hair from the front going into the French braid, so I don't pull it from either side like you would on a normal French braid. I just pull from the front. If hair from the back falls in, I don't worry about it, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to pull from both sides, go for it. Just for me, I like the way it turns out when I'm only pulling from the front. But like I said, if a hair from the back half falls in, I don't worry about it, because that makes it a little bit more messy, and I like that. So I just get my French braid going. I braid it all the way down, and I only get to about my ear, or actually kind of about even with my eye, and that's when I just go with the braid and stop doing the French braid. I add one of those little clear elastics, and then I like to go in and mess the braid up just a little bit, and you can see there some of the hair did fall in from the back, and that's fine. So then I just take it, and I do this one like I do my messy bun. I wrap it into a bun first, and then I put the ponytail on, and then I just pick at it, and I pull at it, and I pin it like all the other ones. And I just look at the side and make sure that I like how it looks. And then, like I said, I like everything to be loose, loosey-goosey, and messy. And then I pull out some strands from my ears. There it is from the back, and the side, and the other side. Okay, y'all, so this hairstyle is a messy, perky pony, and I have tried all sorts of tricks to get my ponytail to look messy, but also to stay lifted and not look like it's about to fall out, and this is my favorite way to do it. So I start off with teased hair, and then you can see that I'm pulling it half up, half down. I wrap that elastic 3 times, and then I tightened it, and I go ahead and kind of get the crown of my head looking how I want it to. So I just pull at it and tighten and pull and tighten and pull until it looks like I think I might want it to. Then I go in and I pull up the bottom section of hair, and I try to get some of it on top of the half up, half down ponytail, just so it blends nicely and you kind of can't tell that it's 2 separate ponytails. And then I go in and I just pull at the sides, and then I pull at the top, and I try to blend the 2 ponytails together. And then I pull at the bottom one to just add a little bit of length, and I'm pulling up. And then, you guessed it, I pick and I pull at the crown until I like it, and if I need to, I add some bobby pins. I pull out some strands for just some bangs and leave a couple out right above my ears. And that is it. That is my favorite way to get a messy, perky ponytail.
Okay, y'all, so that's it. My 5 quick and easy, just messy hairstyles that can definitely be pulled off looking like you made your hair that messy, and it can happen super fast and just get you out the door that much quicker in the morning. I hope that these are helpful and that you enjoyed. Bye!